back at one of the conferences, I think it was probably a year ago now, somebody started talking on stage about bots, and I really wondered what they were talking about. You know, are they talking about machines or machine bots, or, you know, the bottom of something else? I don't know, but yeah, I saw some examples on stage and went, okay, actually I think we could harness this as a partner. We could probably, you know, take care of maybe first-line support with some questions and answers, all kind of coded into a bot in some way. So that's my thinking at the moment. I want to harness that for our partner business. I want to help my customers harness it. You know, what examples of bots can you see coming out now, or what are out now, and how can we harness it as a partner base?
Hit upon one of the easiest scenarios to get started with when it comes to chatbots, because you're right, there's a groundswell of interest in chatbot technology, and the things that they can help you achieve are only getting more and more advanced much more quickly than ever before. Crucially, we're democratizing the tools. So being able to write an interactive chatbot has been something that people have been playing with to a lesser or greater extent for a very long time. But actually, to put those tools easily into the hands of small businesses and partners like yourselves, so that you can start to make very powerful solutions quite quickly without needing to be a domain expert in artificial intelligence or machine learning. There's some real value in there. So you mentioned about question and answer. Actually, that's one of the great scenarios that's very easy to, in fact, you could build a question and answer chatbot in about 20 minutes.
Wow.
Because if you have a body of frequently asked questions, which a lot of people do. They'll have a PDF somewhere or a page on their website with hundreds of FAQs. You can take all of that information, automatically ingest that into a question and answer bot. So it will go through and figure out all of those question and answer pairs. Then you can connect that to a chatbot front end.
Okay.
Very, very simple. It's just a few clicks and a bit of copy and paste. There's no code involved. And then you don't have to think about where is that bot going to be accessible. You don't have to write each time, I want to write a Facebook Messenger bot, I want to write a Teams bot. It's one bot, and then you activate the channels that are most appropriate. So for a partner providing IT support, you might want to have a bot that's responding to a text message, an email, it's embedded into your website, and maybe you want to chat with it through Skype for Business. You don't have to write 4 separate bots. You have one bot with all of the logic, and you expose it through those 4 different channels the way it makes most sense. And then, because they run 24/7, 365 days a year, at 2 o'clock in the morning when one of your customers' IT infrastructure has encountered a problem, but your help desk might be closed, your bot is there to take the initial query and to help them get back access to their infrastructure, or maybe to escalate a scenario to one of your critical situation teams that are online 24 hours a day, whatever it might be. So they can become that front end and take a big chunk of the workload away from your frontline support team to help them spend time adding more value to your customers by doing proactive work.
Yes.
That's the key. And don't forget, with a chatbot, it's not about being an entirely end-to-end bot-led experience. We've got examples of customers who are building chatbots that start the conversation through a chatbot, and they'll try a few different options. And as soon as the confidence level reaches a point where the bot doesn't really know what to do, or maybe it detects that the interaction's getting a bit out of hand, you can back off to a human agent really seamlessly. So you can have those support teams ready there to pick things up when they need to be. And for the end user, it's a really seamless experience.
Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. One final question on the bot thing really is that we've got cloud architects in our business, super techs, some great technical minds here. We're a bit thin on the coding experience. Purposefully, I've never really wanted to, I've built coding teams before, and it's quite hard to manage that and commercialize it. So the question really is, to create some of these bots and the machine learning side of things, do I need a coder, James? Do I need a coder in my business?
Whenever you want to put a solution like this together, there'll invariably be at some point a need to do some code. But the difference is whether or not you need somebody who's a thoroughbred data scientist with a rich background in understanding how to design and build machine learning algorithms, and has the time and data sets to be able to train a model and all of these kinds of things, versus being able to create quick, powerful business solutions. Yeah. So there's got to be a middle ground, because not everybody has all of those resources. The largest enterprises in the world do, and they leverage that, right? But a small business doesn't necessarily. And so one of the things that Microsoft's released that helps people with that sort of journey are things like the Cognitive Services APIs, which are a set of off-the-shelf, pre-made artificial intelligence and machine learning tools that allow organizations who want to build solutions like a chatbot, for example, or they want to build some intelligence into their app very quickly to get started. So, for example, I built a very rudimentary social media listening dashboard where I took all tweets around a certain hashtag. I then used the cognitive services to analyze those tweets to understand whether they were a positive or a negative sentiment, but then also to extract the key phrases. And with that information, I took that into Power BI, that data visualization tool, and I could quickly see over time sentiment. So I could see whether people were talking positively or negatively about my brand or the thing that I was tracking. But I also got a live word cloud, so I could understand what are the key things, the topics that people are talking about that too, all pulled into this rich dashboard. Now, I haven't had to teach it how to understand what's good or bad. I haven't had to teach it how to extract key phrases. I just used those cognitive services, those off-the-shelf APIs that do that for me very quickly. As I say, it takes just a few minutes to connect all of that together. No code involved, and I have that dashboard. And then obviously I can extend that further. I can build it into my application, or I can embed it into my website, or I can build it into my business logic with code if I need to. But the idea is to make it very much simpler for people to start their journey with it.
I'm going to have to end this interview here because I need to go create a bot. Fantastic. Thanks so much for that. It's really helped me understand all about bots. Cheers, James.
No worries.